typical the mic was in when I pulled it. Mic was turned on when I pulled it out. To be clear, the headset, you can insert the mic into the actual earpiece, in case that sentence sounded odd. But hello, and welcome to the video, and to part 5 of my evil playthrough for Hogwarts Legacy on the Xbox Series X. So where did we leave off last time? I can't actually remember where we left off last time, but we are now currently in the... what's this? Prepare for your search for the final keeper. Oh, we're already on the final keeper? Oh damn, okay, so we're looking for the final keeper. We met Sebastian in Feldcroft, and we met up with Deke for reasons I cannot remember. But yeah, so we're just going to be meeting with Natty after dark. While I go find Natty, get the cutscene, or at least dialogue started. I'll go do that now. Then. Oh. Oh my god! I've never seen that.
Them back.
Hand what back, sir? We've not took a thing.
Hand them back.
There's nothing to give, sir. It was only the one. That's all of them, sir. Honestly, I swear.
How many times are you pair going to keep pilfering my shop?
I swear it was just those ones,
We
sir.
promise, sir. We'd never take more than those.
I tell you this, they'll not appreciate your antics in Azkaban. You just wait till I see your mother.
That was a bit harsh.
That was a bit harsh. I've never seen that. That was brilliant. Okay. Right, we gotta go. Have I got the fast travel spot? I don't. Do I have that one? I don't. Right, okay, let me quickly check to see if the stream's okay, then we'll have to run over there, because as it turns out, she's not in Hogsmeade, as I just assumed she was. We're also gonna have to check now, so to make sure you can hear me, because this is a new mic. And I'm still learning the mic, basically. Let's quickly see here. Hopefully you couldn't hear any of that. Alright. Cool. You can hear me. I have got the mic correctly today. Right. Let's quickly make sure. Yeah, if you do end up enjoying this video, please consider leaving a like and subscribing to the channel. It would be greatly appreciated, and would just be amazing, really.
Once you've completed the
we need
necessary
Flipendo
tasks,
because
come
we can
and
turn that
find
into a
me in the
curse.
greenhouse.
I've had like a nice bit of growth recently. Actually, I'm nearly up to 440 subscribers on YouTube. Hey, pumpkins! Which is great. So thank you to everyone who followed, subscribed in terms of YouTube. I got quite a few when I was visiting Evie's family with her in Bulgaria, so I didn't get a chance to say thank you as it happened, because I didn't stream for a couple of weeks there. But yeah, thank you everyone, and same for Twitch. I've gained a couple followers on Twitch. I think I'm like 140 on Twitch now, something like that. So thank you to all the new followers there as well. For anyone that I didn't say thank you to, and those I did, thank you again.
Revelio.
Let's have a look. Is this where the there was 2 fast travel points. One was close by and the other one was a little further. I'll try and get them since we're nearby. Oh, what's this? Captain Geese 86 is rate. Oh wow! There we go there. Ah, there it is. Getting raided like 2 seconds in. Let's hop in there. Hello! What a pleasant surprise this is.
Abandoned long ago, no doubt.
It's going amazing. I think it's a fantastic game. As I mentioned before, I think it would be my game of the year if it wasn't for Tears of the Kingdom coming out in a few months. I think I can't see any other game other than that being better than this this year, at least anyway. Yeah, it's a really fun game.
Psst, over here. Quietly.
And it's just so cool getting to see Hogwarts
I'm
in
glad that
this
you
like
received my
level of
help.
detail and
We
the
need to
surrounding
stay
area.
low and remain quiet.
Natty, what's going on? Why are we all the way out here?
As promised, I
why
did some
indeed?
investigating to find out what Harlow is up to. I followed him to the Hog's Head.
Yeah,
I
we're going for like
noticed
an
him reading a
evil
letter.
an evil
All I
character
could see
sort of
was that
playthrough.
it was signed by and bore the seal
Sadly,
of
there's not
Victor
too
Rookwood.
many options for
And
being
after you
evil,
told me
but
that Rookwood and
when
Harlow
we start
were
getting
after
some
you,
of the
I
unforgivable
decided that you were
curses,
the
we'll at
perfect
least be
person
able to
join me
start
in taking them down. For
being a
good.
dick in that way, I
That
suppose.
letter is the tangible proof that Officer Singer
Is it
needs.
great? I am
It
not
is
a
why
Harry
I
Potter
followed
fan,
Harlow
but the
here,
game.
and why I wrote
Oh,
to
it
you.
is great. Oh,
I need your
I
help to
am
retrieve
quite a
it.
big Harry Potter fan, so I think, like, you know, there are certain parts of the game which will appeal more to a fan of the actual movies or
I'll
books
help
or
you find the
both.
letter,
But
Natty.
I'm glad to
I
hear
think
it.
it's a game that most people
First,
will
we
enjoy
must
because it is
access the
just a
castle
solid
keep.
game.
I'll check the main gate, see if you can find another way in. I do not see any guards, but we should still try
My
to
only
be as
like
quiet
complaint
as
with
possible.
the game, which
Harlow is here after all.
it's not really much of a complaint, but as a British person, Hogwarts doesn't feel very British because there's not a great deal of British people, or at least they don't sound British when they're talking. You got Professor Black, who's obviously Sean Penn, so he's British, but you don't see him much or hear him very often in the story, so he doesn't really bring the British to the game. And then you got like one of the
I wonder what that
teachers
does.
is African. You got Korean, Japanese. It's like it doesn't feel British, which just feels a bit odd for a Harry Potter game. But it's more of a nitpick than a complaint. But I think it's just because I'm British, so I was expecting a more British feeling game. Oh god, that didn't go well. You do find the odd Irish person though, which is pretty fun.
Revelio.
But I guess that's
I
part
need
of the
to find a
problem.
way
You
into the
shouldn't be
gatehouse
finding
to
the
open the
odd
gate for
Irish
Matthew.
person. There should be like, you know, I'm Welsh, and I don't think there's a single Welsh character that I've noticed. It might have been one NPC here or there, but it's weird not bumping into. Oh yeah, I know what to do. I know what to do. Not bumping into like, you know, Welsh people in Hogwarts.
Must be another.
Maybe if they do a second one, they'll hire some more British actors to play some characters, and it'll feel like what
That looks as
Hogwarts
if it might raise the gate.
probably would feel like. Right, you stay by there. And boom.
Well done. I will be right up.
Cool, cool. Yeah, I'm not sure if that,
I
like,
knew
if
you
that's
could do it.
just me
This way.
or if
I
other
will get the
people have
door.
also noticed there's a surprising lack of British representation in Hogwarts. But it doesn't affect the quality of the game or the story or anything, because the characters
That
that I
is the main
hear are
key.
all great
My
characters.
guess is that we'll find Harlow and the letter inside. We'll need to be careful
Gonna
once we
look,
get-
have an awesome rest
I
of the
hear
stream. Yeah, that's fine, thank you.
Yeah, restrain the beast.
And thank you again for the raids. It's also, oh my god, I've got a hippogriff.
Highwing.
Do you know that hippogriff?
Yeah, a little bit. We go way back.
Very well. New plan. I get the evidence and you free that hippogriff.
Alright, I
Agreed?
will.
This is our chance. Go!
Oh, what a loser.
Blast
If
it.
you weren't so slow.
There's got to be another way to get up to the roof. Somewhere.
Yeah, I realised too late that I missed the opportunity to name my character Gandalf the
I
Grey.
hope Natty stays out of trouble.
I think if I make a... So I got two characters. I got a Gryffindor character, which I'm just like... is my main character. Then I got my stream one here, which is my Ravenclaw. I should have named my character Gandalf the Grey. A bit disappointed in myself that I didn't. Can you make that jump?
Not the safest place to sneak into.
Ah, wait a minute. Can we... How do we get that box? Have I got Depulse? I do have Depulso. Okay. There we go.
Accio. Wingardium Leviosa.
I do have Wingardium Leviosa. Fantastic.
Leviosa.
Oh, good. Oh, good. That was close. Poacher Tracker. Let's go stealth mode if I can remember where I put my spells. There it is. I really don't, like, you know, I've very much underutilized the stealth in this game, so I gave myself all the stealth upgrades with this character just to see if it does much. And I'm pretty sure your character is actually way more invisible if you fully upgrade him than if you don't. Like, they didn't have to, in-game, actually make you more invisible. But I'm pretty sure they do. Or maybe it's just me, and he just appears more invisible to me.
Oh, I'm going to enjoy this. Someone take those!
Oh god. Alright, off you go. Hey, why didn't he fall? Right, off you go, please. Thank you.
Revelio.
Yeah, that stealth was terrible on my part.
Alohomora.
Right. How
Revelio.
how are we doing for treasure in here? Worse robes. Fantastic. That's what you like to see.
I hope Natty's having an easier time of it.
Level 2 lock, we can't get in there. I wonder if I have to get the level 2 or the level 3 Alohomora for the actual story. Or if I can just get by with the level 1. Oh, you're actually going to pack me, that's quite nice of you. Oh no!
Allow me to put you out of your misery.
Come on! I may not be able to Avada Kedavra people, but I can knock them off buildings to their death, I suppose. It's the closest thing to being evil right now.
Alohomora.
Oh, there we go. What are we doing? Get back in place. There we go. Steady. Right, where are we going here?
Revelio.
Oh. Let's
Oh no, Deke was right.
Where's my bag?
From these barbarians.
Go on, in you come. I wonder if any of these are shinies. You're not a shiny. Yeah, it's mad though with like the collecting the well, the beasts, I suppose, not animals. It's like almost like playing Pokemon, because some of them are actually shiny. Although unlike Pokemon, it's a lot more frequent. So you won't have to spend hundreds of hours running around trying to find a shiny hippogriff. Although I don't actually have a shiny hippogriff, I do have shinies of other beasts though. So I'm not sure, maybe a shiny hippogriff would take forever to get. Ah. So, ooh, we got a chest. Very nice. Astrid, keep an eye on my stash, eh? It's yours if I mysteriously disappear. Well, she's gonna kill you now, because you said that. That liar cheated us out of what was ours, so I took what I could and hid it here. 20 damned years and and treated no better than fools who've had their 2 blasted weeks. Or 2 blasted weeks, whichever way around you said it. Yeah, but now she might just kill you, or just come here and... Well, she didn't steal your stuff, because I've got it, so I suppose you put your faith in the right person. Oh, it's a tree. I was wondering what was going on there then.
Highwing, it's alright. There we go.
Oh, I love this scene. This is so cool. This will probably be the thumbnail for this video when I upload it to YouTube. You'll know the part.
Come on.
As long as I can get it to look nice when I'm doing it. Come on, gang, get out of here. Hurry! Well, Natty, I'll see you in another life. Take care. I bet she's absolutely shitting herself. I know I'd be absolutely terrified if a giant eagle thing. Yeah. Alright, let's quickly make sure motion blur is off, because I turned it off before and it turned back on. Yeah, motion blur off. So we got fidelity with capped frame rate at the moment. Oh.
Ho, ho!
Yeah, so I'm going to try and fly near the Hogwarts Express, and that's what's going to be my thumbnail if I can get a nice shot of it.
Hogwarts Express must be returning from an unscheduled run.
Must be. Come on, catch up to it. Look at it. So cool. What the hell just happened? I didn't quite get the shot I was hoping to. I was hoping to get closer, but it got too close to the bridge. And I was also right in the steam, so it wouldn't have made a difference.
I wonder if anyone can see us from the castle.
Probably the headmaster staring at us in disbelief and disgust.
This is amazing!
It's incredible, isn't it?
It's incredible! Oh, steady. Now where are we going, Natty? Dropping off by here.
How exciting.
It was exhilarating, wasn't it? I wasn't sure we were going to make it out alive.
There was no need to worry. I had it all under control.
Were you able to find the letter?
Summoned it straight out of Hallow's hands. I will say, I did not expect to see him cast the killing curse at us.
Yeah,
He
a bit
won't
extreme.
forget this. Be on your guard.
Of course. What did the letter say?
That Rookwood's looking for a phoenix. Not sure where he will find one. But it also included Hallow's orders to inspect that castle for the poachers. Enough to connect Hallow
Interesting.
to the crimes. I shall deliver the letter to Officer Singer. She'll have to do something when she sees it.
The
Now,
feathers on the left.
Tell me, where did
flickering.
you meet these hippogriffs?
I've only met Highwing before. Poppy introduced us.
Poppy Sweeting knows a hippogriff.
You gotta love how in a giant
course she
school like
does.
Hogwarts,
Poppy will
there's
be
only
relieved
one
to know that
Poppy. When
Highwing's
you say
safe.
Poppy, oh yeah, of course Poppy
I came
Sweetin.
to the
Who
right
else could it
person
be?
for help. My mother will be worried. I must go. Seek me out soon. I shall have much to tell you.
I wonder if she just like drops off that hippogriff or she keeps it. Ask him because this hippogriff is mine now. New item unlocked. Oh yeah. We also get what a mystery is called, Caligo. So if we go to gear, we now have. Oh no, we're not allowed to do it yet. I said, oh yeah. Get in the bag. Right, now if we go to our gear, so we have the option of high wing even, Caligo, a black hippogriff, or even more entertaining, Sepulchria. We have a Thestral, which is funny because if you think about it, it means some people will just see us fly in midair on nothing because they won't be able to see. Oh god, you just left!
He may be able to provide the evidence we need to take Harlow down. We should speak with him together. Meet me at his home.
Let's go!
When you have a moment, please stop by the Room of Requirement. Deke tells me he has something to share with you.
Oh yeah, flying a Thestral.
I assume you have news regarding the goblin you mentioned. Why don't we meet at the map chamber to discuss that and our next steps?
Ah, beautiful, look at that. We gotta just make this the thumbnail. Just that. Or maybe... Can we go higher? Make that the thumbnail, maybe. Probably there's no way to get the camera to just stay like that. It just keeps going up and up and up. Oh well. Right, let's have a look at our quests. We have just one main quest, which is back on the path. So like I say, the only time we'll do non-main story quests is when our level starts to suffer and, you know, we catch up to the level requirement for the levels, for the main story even. So if we start falling behind then it gets harder. Hello Jason. Evening to you too. Open. Oh god, that's a big message. Let's quickly get this going.
Student. Their aptitude for magic is beyond anything I've ever seen, and I've been teaching a long time.
It is a joy to have such a student. It can be.
God, they're echoey.
There you are.
Schedule does not allow for the usual Halloween level this year due to the Trollmas Advent Calendar levels, and it has 4 jump scares in it. Perfect for Halloween. It sounds perfect for Halloween.
I received your owl.
How do you get jump scares in a Mario
the
game?
goblin I mentioned before.
A 2D Mario game even.
He and Ranrock were close once, but they
Is it
had
going to be
You believe
Thwomps?
he can be trusted?
I do.
I believe he's trustworthy, yes. He seemed sincere, and Serona Ryan trusts him.
Very well. Supposing he can be trusted, will he help us get to Ranrock?
Crashing through
I
wall.
retrieved a stolen
Yeah,
helm. He hoped
I
to
assumed
return
that's
to
what it would
Ranrock
be.
in order to regain his confidence.
You have been busy.
You could have like a
Let's
giant
hope your
Bowser
efforts
appearing or
result in our
something.
learning something about Ranrock's plans.
Lord Gok did mention that Ranrock is searching for something, but he couldn't say what. Perhaps that helm will yield some answers.
Maybe.
Ranrock is searching for something. I feared as much. I've heard an unusual
I think it's because of the
amount
headphones, you know,
activity.
because I didn't recall
Goblins
these guys
and
sounding
wizards, I
so
surmise,
echoey when I was
visiting my
having
portrait
the
in my
audio come through the
castle.
TV.
Rookwood Castle.
My former residence, yes. That castle is also the location of your next trial.
I have some bad news.
I'm sorry to tell you that Victor Rookwood, evidently your descendant, is a dark wizard in league with Ranrock.
My descendant? A dark wizard?
Oh god.
I'm afraid we've no time to waste. Despite the obstacles that clearly await you, you must get to Rookwood Castle immediately. Not only is it the location of the next trial, it is home to a source of power that would be devastating in the wrong hands. I do wish we had the luxury of time. However, I do not doubt your abilities. Find my portrait there as soon as you can.
Very well, sir. I'm on my way.
Best of luck.
Thank you. I'll get it
No
done.
time to waste. I'll meet you at Rookwood Castle.
Righto, boss. Honestly, I love this map. Look how cool it is. Also, a completely unrelated fact, but I'm pretty sure this world map is the game rendered at like in real time, because sometimes you get a bird fly past at the top of the screen, and when you're in the world, if you look up, you can see birds fly in really far in the distance. So I think it's the same birds. So I believe Skyrim done it, where Skyrim would render the like the game. The map for Skyrim was the whole game map rendered in real time. The level has a jump scare swamp, then a bigger jump scare swamp right after. One of those ones. So when the big man's like, he didn't scare me, then the second one appears, and then they shit themselves because they let their guard down because they thought it was just the one swamp. Alright, we haven't been given the quest yet. Do I have to leave the room?
You can't imagine.
There we go. New quest available. Take me to it on the map, please. I can get close to you, can't I? I can go here. Yeah. Also, people have been conditioned to touch the top. Alright. Top of the goal pole. It depends. I think in many cases, yes, but also you see loads of people who are speed running and stuff who don't go anywhere near the top because doing a full jump wastes time. Let's just skip through because.
What are we in the market for today?
I'm in the market for your money, as it turns out. So
a pleasure doing business with you.
Here's a few things that will help me. Yeah, we'll get rid of that because I can't upgrade it. Keep you, and I can upgrade you.
Have I mentioned
yeah, do that in this level, and a claw will get you. Put you inside a checkpoint, and you have to go back to the beginning or start over. That's a bit mean, isn't it? Oh, wait a minute. What am I doing? I got something better. We have a Festrol now.
Ah, there you are. Away!
Away! Indeed. I suppose there's a troll level, isn't it? So it makes sense that you'd be doing troll-worthy things. Oh, wrong button. Come back. There we go. In the bag.
Over here.
Alright, Fig, what are we doing, son?
Scriptorium, but my efforts were in vain. Meet me outside the Slytherin common room. We need to talk.
Oh, we will be doing that side mission after this one. I'm not sure if it counts as a side mission, but that's, I believe, the first unforgivable curse.
Right.
Be right back, refilling cup of tea. Righto.
And Ranrock's loyalists.
I'll speak to you in a moment.
Together, all right, but it is not a friendly alliance.
Good, good. We can exploit it.
To find a way in other than the front gate. Let's go.
Yeah, so on my main character, I do now actually have all three of the unforgivable curses. As of the moment, though, I have only cast Crucio, and twice, only done it on spiders. There we are, give me that. So I am looking forward to experiencing the unforgivable curses properly. Right, let me check my talents here, because there is a talent. What's this? Yeah, so we'll have to do Flipendo as well, because we want to get that. We also want to get Arresto Momentum. That is for Crucio. Yeah, so it's just Flipendo and Arresto Momentum. So when those quests turn up... I don't have all of them, that's why. Eliminates an area. Yeah, see, so this one you defeat multiple enemies in an area. I thought I had that. I don't. Right, so right, okay, I thought I had all 4. So I've just got the 2, so I'm just extra hard to see. As you can see. You can kind of see me, but not very well.
The trick is Titanis. What was that?
What was that?
Over here!
Oh, you seen me. Oh, wrong button. Get down. I wonder what they're going to do for the sequel of this game. Like I say, I've played so much of this game and I've loved every minute of it. And also, I found out yesterday.
Can't stop Ranrock's rebellion! One of the
Can't
best
I?
meals I've ever eaten.
Oh, that's completely bizarre. Up there! Up you go! Down you go! Yeah, so I can't remember if I spoke about it. I may have spoke about it yesterday, but in case I didn't, and even if I did, it still annoys me. So the side quest for Hogwarts Legacy that was removed and given as a PlayStation exclusive is actually a mission where you get your own shop in Hogsmeade, and it's so annoying because for the main reason that like the Sony mega fans complain about Xbox buying up game studios and making whole games exclusive. So there's no game on the Sony console, which is unfair from one perspective, but not really unfair. It's more of an inconvenience. But then Sony being childish and just taking a weapon and a gameplay mechanic out of the Xbox version of the game is just petty and pathetic, and that is unfair to the Xbox fans because they are getting a lesser game for the same price, and it's not right. Like, I have a PS5, so I could have bought it for the PS5, and I chose not to because I didn't agree with them taking a single mission.
I allowed you to tunnel under my family home.
Allowed me? You are here only because you are descended from a keeper and may at some point inadvertently become valuable. We had an agreement. I will share with you the power that I discovered if you locate the stores of magic that are yet to be found. So, unless you want another demonstration of my power, a power that you one day hope to wield, bring me the child.
We already knew they were after you, but now we know they're digging for stores of magic.
And Ranrock knows about the Keepers.
Yes, I caught that too. Professor Rookwood said that you'd understand more once you complete the next trial.
Let's get into that castle.
Yeah, I think I'll do the same as the previous stream in terms of getting new spells, with the exception of the... does my character even have a mum? Use...
Of inspiration. How delightful.
I hate you. I hate you so much. Become a chicken, you little prick.
What are you doing? What is this? Expulso! Expulso! To your knees. I won't rest.
Bob. Come on, do your spell. Do it.
Might want to look up.
There we go. What's my other one? Use a mandrake against an enemy. Oh, cool, I actually have one as well. Why aren't you using the mandrake? What are you doing? Use it! Oh, fucking hell, I'm an idiot. My mistake. Right, we play properly now. Ragdoll!
Oh, I'm gonna enjoy this.
Oh, do I? There we go. Well, wrong one. Wrong one. Thank you.
You don't want to try that.
I think you'll find that I do. Yeah, I kind of went a bit tits up a little bit there in that fight, but it's fine. We recovered. What was that noise? So let's just get going. So I do think though there's a good chance, if not too many games come out around the same time, because otherwise I might have to wait a little bit, but I might actually buy this game on the Switch as well, because I've had so much fun with it, and to have just a portable version that I can just take with me if I fancied playing another, like a new character, and on the off chance that there's some little Nintendo Switch sort of goodies and exclusives. I don't know, get yourself a Carmack outfit. That, oh god, you know, that wizard from.
I suppose that's the
what are you down in there already? You know, the wizard from the Super Mario games. He's like Bowser's not main guy, but you know, he looks after Bowser Jr. anyway. Ah, the gunslinger. You gotta love how no one thought of shooting those three things in quick succession before me. They're all like, oh, how the hell do we get down there? Obviously that's not the case, because they came a different way.
Let's see where they lead.
They lead to the deaths of goblins in the near future, is where these tracks lead. Find Charles Rookwood's portrait.
The store of magic. Revelio. The source of Ranrock's power.
It looks empty. If they've taken all of it, why are they still here?
Ranrock said there's more to be
Greed.
found, and if he's right about that, it may or may not be located here. Wherever it is, we need to find it before they do.
Agreed.
Where is that portrait?
I heard something.
There it is.
I was hoping that was you.
My man.
Professor Rookwood, the goblins and dark wizards who've overrun your castle are digging for stores of magic and have broken open some sort of container.
No. Things are more dire than I could have imagined. If, as you told Percival, a goblin in his vault was wielding a powerful magic, then they have somehow learned. It cannot be.
And sir, they know you were a keeper. Ranrock used the term.
This makes no sense. How did... We shall discuss this later. Right now, you must complete the next trial.
Righto.
Just tell me where I need to go.
The power you stand to wield must first be fully understood. The trials will ensure that. Power without knowledge is dangerous indeed. In the wrong hands, we will simply have to outwit Ranrock.
Yeah, I should have named my griffin to Albus Dumbledore.
Very well, Professor. Tell me where I need to go.
I shall reveal the path. Professor Fig must leave you now.
Oh. Ah, right, yeah. Let's go.
I would join you if I could. I shall await your arrival in the map chamber.
Righto, Professor. Alright, trial 2, let's go. Whoops. It's a grand area, isn't it? So I will say, I know I haven't haven't been doing them and almost certainly won't be doing them in this playthrough. I might leave them undone just in case though. Like I know I haven't been doing the secondary quests, but they are definitely worth doing in this game.
I need to reposition that pillar to climb out of here. Which way is the answer?
Chuck you right there.
Accio. Wingardium Leviosa.
I just chuck you on top. Like, I haven't finished all the side quests in my game yet, but I have... Can I do this? Oh, you're not allowed to do that. Okay, so you got to just place them side by side. I've more or less come to the conclusion of the Sebastian story, but I haven't actually seen the consequences yet, I believe. Oh, that's a bloody chest. I've done the... Actually, I'm not sure if I've started the quest on this game at all, but the quest with Natsai I've finished now. The quest with Poppy I finished. I'm sure I've done a third one as well, but the story with Deke, with the Room of Requirement, and like they got some really nice endings. Ooh, I love these stairs. Oh, right, where are we going? But I will say, at the end of one of them, I did think something that they did was pretty stupid.
That pillar is blocking the path.
Out you come. I wonder if there's a way of, like... Obviously if I turn that, it's not going to do anything to this now. But if you come through here, and you walk around... Well, it's not actually gone big yet, but obviously, you know, the alternative version of that pillar is huge. Huge. Tell you what, let's just get it. Oh god, I'm stuck. Let's just go. Ah, so good friends. The people who tried to kill me. I can't, yeah, that's right.
Expelliarmus. Protego. Stupefy. Stupefy. Defender. Expelliarmus.
Haha.
Leviosa. Protego. Expelliarmus.
Oh, I actually killed two at the same time. Awesome. I don't think I've seen that. Is there something here?
Revelio.
No. Yeah, it took me forever to do that last time because I kept doing it back and forth because I thought I was supposed to see something on the left side when you're not, as it turns out. So look, we've got this by here.
There's a pillar here, but no ledge near it for me to grab onto.
Have that. Oh, yes. Off with his head. Okay, he's on the other side. Nope, he's on this side. Ow! There he is. Oh, can you just hit him in? Yeah, I don't need to see him. I'm fine with that. Right, which one has the roof? There we go. So you want to climb up here. Oh, yeah. Is that what you need to do? No, wait a minute. That needs to turn big. Yeah, there we go. So whatever I just did, just do that. Bring it through the portal. There we go. Grab that. Shoot that again. Whoa, imagine dropping by there. Alright, we're off to the races. Where are we going to now? Oh god. It's a kind of magic. Nothing there. Oh, he's missing his head already, look. And his arm. What? Oh. What else are we dealing with? Curses.
Expelliarmus. Leviosa. Descendo.
Okay. Should be getting close to the end of this trial now, I would imagine. Also, I didn't realise it came out tomorrow, but I'll probably do a like a first impressions video for Atomic Heart tomorrow. I'm not sure if I'll do a playthrough for it. I'll just have to see how I feel. But I might do a playthrough because at the moment I still have Fire Emblem Engage that I'm playing, Hogwarts Legacy, the Dead Space remake. I got plenty of games to keep me occupied. Aha, there you are.
Expelliarmus.
Expelliarmus. It's pretty obvious you were going to do that. You suck. Ow! Alright, you don't. Where's the big boy? There he is.
Expelliarmus. Descendo.
Wrong one. Meant to do that one.
Leviosa. Accio. Leviosa. Descendo.
Stop that. Alright, gents, what are we doing here? Big guy? Yeah, fighting the big guy. There we are, both challenges done. Oh, so I recently found out, it's like not even a secret, but I recently found out how you increase your inventory space. So as you can see, I only have 20. So the way to increase your inventory space is in exploration challenges. It's the Merlin trials. I didn't realize, it literally says increase storage for gear, and you can get it up to 40, I believe. But that's how you do it. Ah shit, I forgot about those. Expelliarmus! Oh, yeah.
Protego, Defender, Expelliarmus. Confringo.
What colour is that? What colour? Red! My red spell was out. I think that was red anyway. Red? Yeah, it is red, okay.
Defender. Confringo. Expelliarmus. Confringo. Expelliarmus. Defender. Confringo.
Yeah, that's right, boy. You get out of here. And your stupid mace. Oh, we'll level up once we finish this quest. Level 22. Whoa!
Revelio.
There's a chest back there. Doesn't appear to be anything else. Let's have a look. Charles Rookwood's memories. Show me, Charles.
I must say I'm curious to hear of Isidore's travels.
Do come in.
Wait, how did she get in first? If I was about to
Please,
knock, if
have a
Charles
seat.
II was about to knock the door, how far away from the door was he?
Isadora, we are all most intrigued to hear.
We're ready. I've something to show you. Father, these are my colleagues from Hogwarts. Father hasn't spoken since my brother died.
No. Oh.
On my travels,
No.
I confirmed that which I've always believed. That we have the power
Magic
to take away
is
pain.
magical.
Isadora. What have you done?
I took his pain.
Looks not
This
friendly,
is
does it?
uncharted magic, Isadora. You can only see what has been sealed in the jar, and we do not know what power that may hold. But the traces of that magic are different from what I've seen before.
Thank you.
Well, her father talked. He said thank you. He spoke, even. Pensive artifact. Oh, where are we gone? To the map chamber.
You're back.
And in one piece, no less.
Indeed. Speak with Percival.
It is good to see you again.
Professor Rookwood told me about what happened at Rookwood Castle.
In light of the dire circumstances in which we find ourselves, it is most fortunate that someone so competent is following this path.
Thank you, Professor. I shall keep the second artifact safe as you've advised.
Good. Are you ready to move on?
I am.
I'm ready for whatever comes next.
In that case, introductions are in order.
Allow me to introduce former Hogwarts headmistress, Neve Fitzgerald.
Neve Fitzgerald? Yeah, I want to look online to see how many of these characters are part of the established canon, and which ones are slightly like which ones are new. Because I doubt they've just
believed Hogwarts students capable of
done what
Thank you, Professor. It's a pleasure
what
to
you
meet
call
you
it,
as
what
well.
like the Star Wars sequels did, where they kind of just stole Legends characters and made shitter versions of them.
How shall I say? Prepare the location of your next trial.
Like, I doubt these four characters exist in the canon as the Keepers. But the woman then, I forgot her name already, she's probably an established former headmistress of Hogwarts. I imagine that's a thing that's in the real canon. Like, I wouldn't be surprised if all four of these characters are in the canon. Well, three, the fourth mirror picture hasn't got a person in it.
You should continue to hone your magic. If you learn more about Ranrock and Victor Rookwood's activities in the meantime, please let us know.
Very well, Professor.
Old boy. Speak with Professor Fig. Oh God, what's that flickering?
To hone my magic.
You do learn quickly. Hopefully you will soon hear from Lodgok as well, and we shall learn how he fared with the helmet you retrieved. Well done today,
hopefully.
as always. We shall speak again soon.
We shall indeed. Oh. Loading screen. Ah! Hogwarts Winter! Did I go to the Great Hall and show you the pumpkins in the Great Hall? Oh, I hope I did. Yeah, in my initial playthrough, I played through a lot slower, so I got to experience the seasons a lot more. Like, well, to be fair, it's still winter in my save now. I haven't finished the game, but I believe I'm like 1 or 2 missions from completing it. It's an owl. Quest complete. Charles Rookwood the 4th. Hey, level 22.
Nice
Fun
to
fact,
see you, my young
the fact that these guys right here and in Gryffindor there's a slide, like stairs that slide you down the stairs,
Natty told me about your
is
run-in with the
fun
poachers.
for the game,
have some
but
news
in
about them as
canon I'm not sure
Can
if
you meet
it's
me soon?
real, because in the
some of what
Chamber
I
of
uncovered has to
Secrets
do with you.
Ginny sneaks into the boys' common room to steal the Tom Riddle's diary back from Harry. So it's possible for people to get into the other, like the other gendered rooms. So the boys can get in the girls' rooms and the girls can get in the boys' rooms, according to the movies. Or maybe it's tricky and very difficult to do, or you have to like jinx the statues or jinx the stairs in Gryffindor's case to actually accomplish it. So our main mission right now is meet with Poppy. Oh, so we do have to do that sort of stuff as well. Alright, well, we're going to do this first, because as you see, we unlock Crucio. And also, if it's... I believe it's the one I think it is, and it's a really cool mission. And you'll see why once we start it. Ah, we've got to go down there, so let's roll. Like, I know for this game, I'm not sure if I'll do 4 full playthroughs. Like I thought there's a chance I might, and upon playing the game, I was a lot more certain that it's very possible that I might. But the game is quite long, and that's the only thing that like stands in the way of me doing 4 full playthroughs, one of every house. But there is an achievement for getting into the map chamber for the first time with each of the 4 houses. And like I mentioned the other day, or in the previous part 4 or maybe part 3, in probably like 2 or 3 months when I reach another sort of down period with new games coming out and I don't know what to stream, I'm probably going to do a hard mode playthrough of this game where I do a Slytherin character. So I'll definitely at least complete the game with 3 of the houses, and then I just have to at least get to the map chamber as my Hufflepuff character, which, as it turns out, I'm going to call Gandalf the Grey, and I'm going to use the wand that the game recommends for me, because as I mentioned, I took the test, and that is actually the wand I would supposedly have. So I'm going to accept my wand. But for my Slytherin character, I'm gonna get a wand out of rowan wood, because apparently rowan wood is the rarest wood in the canon, because there's no established characters who have a rowan wood wand.
You're
so
here.
Be fun to be part of a very select and unique and elite class.
I received your owl. What happened with Ominous?
I told him none of us will be able to avoid dark magic forever. So the more we know about Salazar Slytherin and the dark arts, the better prepared we'll be. Unfortunately, only a Gaunt knows the location of the Scriptorium's entrance, and Ominous won't tell me.
And I believe, yeah, because the Gaunts are direct descendants of Salazar Slytherin.
I suppose it's worth a try. But don't get your hopes up. Ominous is annoyingly stubborn.
Oh, what's it called?
Nothing new. I know where he is.
Because Voldemort is either a Gaunt or a descendant of the Gaunts, and that's how he's the heir to Slytherin. Which way is he? Alright, I have to follow you. Come on then, let's go.
Keep an eye out. Never know who's watching. Although that hasn't stopped us before.
Well, we know
speaking,
Ominous isn't.
We were caught.
Damned poltergeist. Such a nuisance. There he is. Good luck.
Thank you.
What are you doing here?
Can I just... I already know what the answer is. Can I just do it? Aww. I was hoping it would just trigger it and you'd get a different occur. How did you know?
What is it? What have you and Sebastian been up to now?
Please, Ominous. I confided in you before about what happened with the Undercroft. Sebastian simply wanted me to have a safe place to practice some spells, to try and catch up to the other 5th years.
Yeah.
He didn't think you'd mind.
I suppose that makes sense. It's just Sebastian's been pestering me lately about something and I'm frustrated with him.
Don't tell me he's still going on about, what was it, a scriptorium?
He told you about that.
He did.
He did indeed.
We were talking about Hogwarts founders and he mentioned it. Wouldn't say much more though.
Yes, well, he seems to think it contains the answer to saving Anne. I think it's likely full of dark magic that is better left untouched.
Absolute poppycock.
You've never been inside?
Of course not. I only know about it because of my favourite aunt, Noctua. She thought like I do. Didn't agree with the family on the use of dark magic. In fact, she'd hoped to convince my family that there was more to Salazar Slytherin than worshipping pureblood status. She'd heard
Is
of
there
this
though?
scriptorium
Is there really?
and thought
He
its
left the
contents
school
might shed some light
because
on it.
the other
She
founders
even
didn't
found
agree
secret
with
entrance
pureblood
in this very
supremacy
corridor.
and
She wrote
exclusivity
regularly
to the
my
school.
father about her efforts to gain access, and then she simply vanished. No one else ever tried to enter.
Aren't you curious what's inside?
I'm sorry about your aunt. Don't you want to find out what happened to her?
Aunt Noctua went down this path with good intentions and lost her life. I don't want the same to happen again.
You don't know that history will repeat itself. Besides, you said your aunt thought like you. This could honor her memory. Get you answers about Slytherin and Sebastian answers for Anne. Your aunt pursued this alone. We could do it together.
I see what you've done here, and I confess, you've convinced me. I didn't think it possible.
My man.
Very well. I shall tell you what I know.
Good,
Fetch Sebastian,
good,
I'll
good.
wait. I hope we don't...
Sebastian, over here.
These braziers grant access to the scriptorium.
Now you'll share? You couldn't tell me when I practically begged.
It wasn't you who told me what I wanted to do.
Yeah.
Something's happening.
I hope
So yeah,
we're
you're just
ready
not
for
allowed.
this.
What was this? Alright, I scrolled the thing down. Alright.
Dark, ominous
Lumos.
corridors. My favorite.
Lumos.
No comment.
Maxima!
Come on, that was a good one. Looks like a locked door. We may want to look around.
Right, I'm not gonna
A
read
journal
those.
entry.
Oh yeah, he
Signed
might
by
say it.
Noctua Gaunt.
Have I got Reparo? No. We'll check Reparo instead of...
Gaunt. Reparo. Ominous. Your family was here. The rubble formed a relief of a person facing a snake.
That must be the voice I hear.
The voice you hear? What on earth are you talking about?
The voice is ancient, sinister.
You hear
I
a
love
voice.
it. You can hear
It
the
started when you
snake.
repaired that relief. I hear a whisper saying, "Speak to me." I'm a parcel mouth. I can hear and speak to snakes. Nearly all known parcel mouths are descended from Salazar Slytherin.
I'd like to be able to talk to snakes.
You might not want the ability to speak parcel tongue. It's often associated with dark wizards. I haven't spoken it in ages, but I'd wager if I speak it now, the door will open. I'm hoping you're having second thoughts.
None at all.
I see no reason we should stop now.
It's ironic. When I left home, I vowed to leave the dark arts behind, and yet here I am. Stand back.
I wonder if you name your character something
can't believe I'm
Gaunt
doing
and
this.
go to Slytherin, you get like the chance of having parcel mouth or parcel
worked.
tongue.
Ominous.
Yeah!
You possess a rare ability indeed.
Between the two of you, I'm starting to feel left out.
Between the two of us,
Lumos. Never mind. There's no
Right.
clear way forward.
Circly thing.
like a maze. Salazar
the
Slytherin
infinity
most likely
symbol.
wanted this to be difficult to solve.
Alright.
The door we came from, it closed.
Did it?
And there's more than one
Lumos.
gate ahead.
Oh, so it
Then
did.
look closely at each gate for clues.
There we are. Slytherin lock. Yeah, so circle with a moon to the right of it and an
The
infinity
dial
symbol.
requires focus.
That one.
Noctua said the same. It may take
That one.
solve it.
When the door
There we
closed,
go.
I lit up.
Matching the symbols did open it.
I was about to do that myself.
That was it.
Got to it first. Nice work.
Right, so we can't use that one yet because we don't know what the answer is. Alright. Oops, wrong one. Number 2. Salazar Slytherin buried this scriptorium deep within Hogwarts. I'm afraid I shall lose my way around these dark corridors. I am a descendant and yet I feel unwelcomed. Unwelcome. Lighting these braziers in the corridor is helping. I shan't lose heart. Challenge by challenge, I will make my way through.
This journal entry, it mentions getting lost and being unwelcome.
Yeah, my controller is dying. So
Poor Aunt
what we
Noctua.
got? Okay. I'm pretty sure if you just... So if we get the bottom one right, which is...
Must run in the
that one.
family.
Look in a mirror, Sebastian.
The second you get the two of them right, it just instantly opens. But give me
That
2
sounds
seconds here
promising.
so I can
Another dial solved.
get my controller on charge.
Nice work.
But the wire is currently plugged in the PS5, so gotta swap it over.
Lumos.
Control mic will turn off now. Right, I can hear from my mic again, so you should be able to hear me. Yeah, this... Oh, that's number 4. Extraordinary! This journal is painful, but journey is painful but rewarding. I shall soon find the scriptorium and discover untold secrets regarding our house founder, Salazar Slytherin, intended more than what we've become. I know it.
Noctua references painful and arduous challenges, but also rewards.
Painful. That's the part I'm wary of.
Alright.
All I heard
we
was
got
rewards.
fish thing and then the triangle thing.
Another welcoming sort, was he?
Fish thing. There we are. Triangle thing.
Excellent work. We're another step closer to the scriptorium.
I failed the dial and it struck my face as if it were a real serpent, but I must find a way forward for my family's sake. Yeah, that does actually happen, by the way. If you get it wrong, you do get attacked and you do lose health.
And she was my favorite person in the world.
I did it the first time I tried the dial, and like there's a little animation where it flies at you and hits you. If there's another one, I'll let it happen so you can see it.
Looks troubling.
Oh no, that was the last one. My bad. Can I move? No. There we go.
I think we're locked in. Again.
The gate.
Then Salazar Slytherin not yet finished with us.
Hello.
Ominous. A skeleton. And Noctua's last journal entry. She mentions being trapped here, blocked by an unforgivable curse.
This is where she died. This is where we'll die.
The anguish on the door, the pain.
Either of you.
Ominous.
No, it's okay, Ominous.
I'm truly sorry about your aunt. But I know what to do. It's going to be difficult.
You said you know what to do.
Tortured faces on the door and Crucios etched into the stone. My guess is if we cast the Cruciatus curse, the door will open. That's why Noctua died. She had no one to cast the curse on. Ominous has the most experience with this. He should cast it. You seem to be in Ominous's favor. Will you ask him about this?
I'd rather you ask him.
You know him better than I do.
Very well. Wish me luck. Wish we had some liquid luck. Ominous, I know this is the last thing you want to do.
Yes, it is. I thought you knew me better.
But this is different.
That wizard should have known better.
It wouldn't be an innocent victim. We have to open the door.
The spell won't work unless you mean it. That's true of all unforgivables. If it must be done, then one of you must cast it.
I will do it.
Now? Ominous is not
I will
going
take
to
the
cast
ring to
Cruciatus
Mordor
curse again.
Ridiculous. As if dying in here is a better option than casting a damned spell. It's up to us. I can teach you Crucio, or I can cast it on you.
Wait, you didn't say you knew how to cast Crucio?
Because I'm not sure I do. Ominous knows that, yet he's left us no choice. I don't yearn to follow in Noctua Gaunt's footsteps.
So he doesn't know if he can cast it, but he's going to teach me anyway. Yeah, so I did this one. I want to learn the Cruciatus curse, but you must cast it on me. But now, because we're a bad man, a badass, we will be taught it, and I will cast it on him.
I want to learn the curse, and I think it's best if I cast it on you.
Very well, if that's what you want. To perform the spell, raise your wand, point it at me, and firmly declare Crucio. Hold on as long as you can.
How does forever sound? Oh. Alright. Ooh, there's a cutscene.
I'm ready.
Yeah, take that, punk! Yeah, that nearly kills you if you choose to get hit by it. You okay there, my man? You've got a Wiggenweld potion.
Are you all right?
That pain. I would have done anything to make it stop. But I'll survive.
Salazar Slytherin's Scriptorium, a secret and well-protected room beneath Hogwarts, where Salazar Slytherin appears to have spent time making various long-term plans with respect to the student population and reflecting on disagreements he had with the other founders.
Let's keep moving.
Right, so the main... Oh no, yeah, okay, that's the same. So the main combat one I use is this one by here. And now we are going to get the Cruciatus Curse. We're going to chuck that on there.
We made it. We found Salazar Slytherin's Scriptorium.
I can't believe we're here.
Sebastian,
Yeah.
ominous.
Slytherin's spellbook.
Found something.
Could you imagine
You two
finding
go ahead.
like the
Let me know
spellbook
what's
of one of the
in and wander around
founders?
a bit.
May I have a look?
No, get your own spellbook, mate. This is mine. Yeah, let me just drink this like 400-year-old drink. Or how I don't even know how old Hogwarts is. Slytherin. Oh, damn! I should have read that.
What do you think?
Looks like a spellbook of some kind. This is incredible. A Hogwarts founder's possession. What an honor. Still can't believe Ominous never told me about his aunt and what she
The
found.
president is gagging on my
What I do with every
gallbladder.
book.
What
Read
an
it.
honor!
Having professors as parents ingrained that habit early on. But I can do that later. For now, I say we explore this room. It's breathtaking.
No, I can't use it. Right, before we forget. Talents. Dark Arts. Crucio Mastery. Striking an enemy cursed by Crucio releases a projectile that curses a nearby enemy. We are the master of Crucio. Oh, we haven't got this one. I want that as well.
I don't want to leave.
Revelio.
Both
Let's have a
of you.
look. Is there
Without
anything
both
else
of you,
here?
we'd never have
Yeah, let's
made it
drink
this
some
far.
more 400-year-old tea.
We could have died. We must swear never to do this again.
Oh, so dramatic, ominous. I have to remember what this is. I'll have to go back on my main character and see, make sure I actually got the field guide page for the Scriptorium.
Ominous.
Can you go through
How'd your
that?
aunt?
Please,
Revelio.
Sebastian. I meant what I said before. We swear, right now, never to engage in anything to do with dark magic again.
Understood.
Crucio!
I'm truly
Aw.
sorry about your aunt, Ominous.
Watch as I turn my wand
This
into
I
a
am
sparkler
grateful
or
to
sprinkler.
know what happened to her. Thank you.
Yeah. In the shadow of the study. Alright. Quests. So we'll go for this one. Meet with Poppy. Hopefully she's in Hogsmeade. Ugh, nowhere near. Right, so we're gonna quickly pop to Hogsmeade first so I can clear up my inventory. Yeah, if I do stream Atomic Heart tomorrow, I think I'll have to jump on this character for a little bit to do some Merlin trials to get some extra inventory space, because 20 really doesn't get you very far, so I'll have to get myself at least 24 or 28.
In the market for potions, are we? A wise decision. Thank you.
Just give me the 4. Yeah, that's all the potions. So yeah, if it's superb or well appointed, they're gone. Even if they're better than what I'm currently wearing. Extraordinary and legendary get to stay because I can upgrade them and make them even more powerful. And they also get what you call it? They can get like upgrade thingies. I forgot what they're called. Can we go there? No. Where can we go here? There? No. Here. No. There. Yeah. Ooh. I know flying on the Thestral is cool, but I'm going to stick to the broom just because it's faster to get on and off. And to get off the ground and start propelling yourself forward. Which is funny because I'm sure in Harry Potter lore, the Thestral is known for being insanely fast. And Harry said that the Thestral was faster than his was it his Firebolt? Like the broom he got off Sirius, which was like the fastest broom. Or it was either that or the Nimbus 2000. One of the two, the Thestral was faster than. Supposedly. Okay, Poppy, where are you?
Is Highwing alright? Natty told me what the two of you did.
Yeah. She's fine. She will be living forever in my vivarium when I can be asked to put it away.
Fine. I'm keeping an eye on her. She's safe, Poppy, I promise.
Good. Whatever the poachers are up to, I want
I have Highwing in my pocket.
It.
You said you had news about the poachers, and that some of it had to do with me.
It did. I overheard them talking in the Hogshead, and did you know that they have orders from Victor Rookwood to capture you on sight? Does this have anything to do with Rookwood and Harlow coming for you in the Three Broomsticks after the troll attack?
Everything.
It does, somewhat. But at the moment, I'm more concerned about what else you heard the poachers are up to.
Fair enough. But I hope you'll let me know if I can be of help, especially after what you did for Highwing. Does the name Hauntel Hall mean anything to you?
I'm afraid not.
No.
Why?
Well, it does for me, but at this point it didn't.
Secret, apparently. The name came up twice, but they never went into detail. I also overheard one of them bragging about all the gold they're making, at the expense of innocent creatures, undoubtedly.
Gold,
the poachers spoke of this area,
gold.
and I thought if we searched around a bit, it might give us clues
Nuggets
as to what they're
the
doing.
size of your
if you ever
fist.
meet my gran, this trip never happened.
That sounds suspicious.
Keeping things from Gran, are we?
I normally tell her everything. She might be my best friend after Highwing, but she knows how I feel about the poachers. I think she worries I'll do something ill-advised.
Whatever gave her that idea?
I know. Sensible
This
you?
way.
Surely not. Alright, lead the way. And by lead the way, I mean follow me. Climb slowly. Someone's got the Horn of Gondor.
A centaur. Tread
centaur?
carefully.
Oh, a centaur.
An entire castle to roam, yet you choose to wander here.
Yeah.
Please, we don't want any trouble. We're simply passing through.
Do you take us for fools? That we do not
Yes.
notice more and more of your kind around here, in league
That's
with the
crucial.
poachers?
Why is
We
the
aren't
third one by there,
involved
look?
with them. If anything, we want to see
Behind
them
the
stopped.
tree on the right.
I hope
Him by
for
there,
your sake
by
that is
Poppy's
true.
head.
Our
Him by
kind
there
is
behind that tree by
swiftly
Poppy's
losing
head
patience
again.
with the poachers and those they work with.
Anyone behind? It's just the three of them. It's cool
There's
though, if you
certainly
get
a
into
charm.
fights with spiders
That
and
could have
stuff in the
gone
Forbidden
worse.
Forest, you
Centaurs
can
aren't
actually
exactly
find centaurs
fans of
fighting
wizard
and they'll
kind.
fight with you.
And the poachers aren't helping matters.
But why would he think that we had anything to do with poachers?
I did notice the poachers talking
Well,
with a few
because
villagers
we
in
are
Hogsmeade.
human,
not sure
obviously.
why.
Well, witches and
Perhaps
wizards
that's why the Centaurs are
specifically.
suspicious.
They're suspicious, but they judge all. Get out of there!
That's the third time I've seen a Dugbog behave that violently.
It seems that a lot of beasts have been more aggressive than usual lately.
I like how
I've
they're
noticed
just
that too.
more or less
It's
unfazed
almost
about
like
it.
there's something in the
Oh
water.
no, what a crying shame. Alright, let's be on our way.
This is odd.
What is it?
Not entirely sure, but look around. If the poachers were here, perhaps we can find out why.
Revelio! Why wouldn't they take their cages with them when they left?
Because they didn't need them. Oh yes, I wanted a drink. I want to open the... Thank you.
This is goblin metal. Seems
They
out
used
of
that
place in
working.
a poacher camp. Still smoking. They can't have been gone long. Pelts. Poor beasts.
Anything interesting?
Oh, everything was interesting.
Poachers
I've
were
never
here.
found
All
such a
sorts of
fascinating
evidence.
camp before, to be honest with you.
I found something else. It's goblin made.
I found goblin armor. Let's keep searching, but carefully. Merlin only knows what's going on here. I don't have a good feeling about this.
Oh shit. But we'll keep up, Poppy. Come on now. I'm supposed to be following you and you're taking forever.
Align.
Look, down there.
Down
Definitely
where?
poachers. No creatures though. So what are they doing out here?
Let's take a closer look.
They won't be happy to
God
see
damn
us.
it.
Should we use disillusionment? Or perhaps a less discreet approach?
Hard to say from up here.
No.
Let's get a better lay of the land.
Crucio! That's what we're going to be doing. So this will be my first time using Crucio on a human enemy.
Crucio.
Torture a burning enemy. Oh god.
Good for you.
Miserable weed. The lab returns to
Right.
'Twasn't nothing.
Yeah, so that's the dueling feat I've completed a few times. But I done it 2 times on spiders.
Let me outside. Hold still.
Nah. What are you throwing that at?
Merlin, you'd think they were guarding the Minister for Magic himself. What is going on here?
Only one way to find out.
Oh god.
Reparo.
Yeah, I'll be needing that bridge back. You can stay down there. Wait, how? Oh god. That's a bit of a drop. Hopefully they apparated away, even though they're poachers. So, you know, we hate poachers and we wish them all death. Bit extreme really, but you know. Wait, so are these carriages literally magical carriages that don't even have festrels pulling them? These are extra magical. Before we go in, let's quickly update our gear because we do have a few things that are better now. Well appointed? Nope. Well appointed? Also nope. 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 Never mind. Turns out we have like one thing. Extraordinary. Nightwear. Yeah, let's have you. Obviously it doesn't matter because I'm going to swap it to my alright, it's the second one. To my dark arts outfit anyway.
What in Merlin's
It's
name?
bigger on the inside!
Are those dragons?
Ah, look at him! Kick his ass! I'm rooting for the one closest to us now, the not greenish coloured one. Is it purple or dark
It's a
red,
dragon
burgundy-ish
fighting
maybe?
ring. This is Hauntel Hall.
The name makes sense now, and the secrecy.
No
Yeah.
wonder the poachers were in Hogsmeade so much. Likely taking bets and spreading the word, given how crowded it is here. How could they possibly enjoy this? The centaurs have every right to be disgusted with wizard kind. There must be more dragons here. The poachers
I
are
don't know
far
about
too
that.
greedy to run a fighting ring with only
Against
2
some
dragons.
of wizard kind. Not
We should
every
take
wizard is
advantage of
doing
most
that.
guys being in the fight and look around. But be discreet. You especially can't afford to be spotted.
Right, let me pause this for a second. I quickly need to pee, basically. So I will be back in a moment. Right, I am back. Oh, we got 2 of these. What we got? Any Lucky Leprechaun gloves and top of the class ensemble. So these are for completing assignments, main quests, and friendship quests. Sources: defeat dark wizards. Oh, I got a few here that I haven't collected. Oh, that's how I got that weird thing. I was wondering how I got that.
Yes. A more hushed approach is likely one.
Don't know what Victor was sinking straight at Petrificus Totalis.
Petrificus Totalis! Oh, we can't go down there.
Revelio. Have you heard from your family? Has either of your brothers come round to our way of thinking? Will they join us?
Ah, they say we go too far. The violence isn't going to get us what we want.
Shows what they know. No, no one's here. It's interesting that Petrificus Totalis seems to kill them in this game. But I suppose it kind of has to, because otherwise, like, the stealth has no benefit. And, you know, this isn't Hitman, where you just knock them out and people wake them back up. I suppose it could be, but it's not.
Did you hear those goblins? Ramrock and the poachers must be working together.
Poppy, something's going on behind you.
What's going on down there?
Let's have a look. Ah!
They must have only just captured her.
Poor dragon.
She's putting up quite the fight.
Not a fair one, though. Not with her chained up like that.
Let's even her it, shall we?
Right.
Look, they've got a dragon egg. Hebridean from the looks of it.
No, I've got a dragon egg.
The plans they likely have for it.
And an apple.
Hello, Hamura.
Hello, Hamura. So one thing that this game does that I really am not a fan of is sometimes you'll get a like level 2 door that you have to unlock. You get past it and then there's a level 1 treasure chest in the door you have to unlock. So why? If I've already gotten past a locked door, why are you putting a lesser locked chest in the room?
Ready. The element of surprise will only buy us a few seconds.
Let's make them count.
One for
Lucio!
and quiet as can be.
When we're ready to abandon stealth anyway. You've got 25 of the Wiggenweld portions now.
Careful! Ramrock will want his burning cat! Suppose it's worth a look.
I've heard centaurs quieter than you.
Die!
Let me out, son.
Bonk.
What have you done?
I killed someone. Disarm an enemy, launch an object at an enemy with... Oh, okay. You know you can do that. Oh, how am I supposed to get behind this to hit?
Miserable weed.
Ah, no.
Ow, vegetable.
Let me out, son.
Stay.
Here, I'll find you. Let me out, son. Would you like me to put you down?
No, I can put myself down. Thank you. There we go. Disarmer, Porter, Executioner. Alright, so we haven't got any Executioners here at the moment. What happened to her? Is that an Executioner? An Animagus? He's an Animagus! Wrong one. Oh, it's okay.
The lab returns to the wolf. Crazy little foliage.
God, you're so much more powerful when you were like using the curses and stuff. Because you sort of link enemies together. Oh, here we go. Oh, is there an Animagus still alive? Enough of that.
We don't have time. We need to brief her now before more show up.
Okay. Come on, off you come. Alright. I think we did it.
I suppose we'll find out.
Oh, it's an Executioner. She wants to break free from your lies and eat your thighs. Ah no, the box got in the way. I suppose realistically the thumbnail has to have the dragons in it, doesn't it?
Incendio!
How come my Incendio doesn't go that far? It'll probably be that bit there with the dragon like overlooking us.
This way.
Cheese it. So I really do love the "it's bigger on the inside" tents, like the TARDIS tents. TARDIS tents. But I wish there was more of them and not just that one, or seemingly that one.
That was a Hebridean black.
I'm guessing the egg we have belongs to that dragon.
That's the dragon skeleton that they have in defense against the dark arts.
I don't think she knew they had her egg. She wouldn't have left without it.
What now?
Also, I realised
exactly
the other day, which I haven't mentioned in the stream, I didn't realise that Hogwarts is actually in Scotland, not in England.
Definitely not the fighting ring.
Not that it makes a difference that this game doesn't feel very British by the insane amount of diversity for the 1800s.
We aren't helping ourselves standing.
It's not in England, it's actually in Scotland.
Safety. We can sort this out later.
Like I say, the game mostly gets a pass for it with me due to the characters still being good. The characters are good, regardless of
I shall see you back at the castle.
The absurdity of them existing in this area at this point in time, because they just wouldn't. There's like apparently some really bad conflicts between the UK and some other places in the world at this point in time, and I don't think Wizard kind would have just ignored it and pretended it didn't happen, even if it's like a Muggle problem.
It's
Here we go.
time you learned the transformation spell.
Oh.
After you've completed the required tasks, which I'm certain will prove useful in finishing your field guide, attend my class to learn the new spell.
Okay.
Afterwards, we will discuss your progress thus far in the term.
Ooh. Sounds good. Complete Professor Weasley's assignment. Ooh, Bombarder. Let's get that first. Glacius. I suppose we can get that one. Flipendo, I'll get that. Acquire all free combat plants and use them simultaneously. Requires level 20. We get Transfiguration. Right, so I'll just quickly do these. Acquire a demi-cowl with the knapsack. Acquire giant purple toad with the knapsack. Okay. There, can we fast travel anywhere nearby? Yes.
Not sure how I'd...
Since one of them requires me to go into the room of requirement, I can chuck some animals away while we're there. Problem is, I think we might have to do the thing for Professor Kagawa. That is it, isn't it? It is Kagawa. To unlock Arresto Momentum. I might be wrong. So I'll pop some of these, because this is what you have to do for her first challenge. Not exactly those ones. But that's what you have to do. You gotta pop some balloons for her in certain areas. And as you see, we had 1 out of 5. So we flew through one of the areas and popped a singular one of the balloons earlier. Let's have a look.
This looks intriguing.
Is there a shiny one here by any chance? Why on earth are you here? Okay, there we go. I'll just take that one. No, I wanted that one. Ah, balls, I forgot to do, Heh. Get in the bag, punk!
Everything's
there we
alright.
go. How close is that? Not close enough. Not that it matters. I'm probably gonna have to fly there. Yeah, I am. So let's set a marker there so I can just get 2 fast travel points along the way. Yeah, like when you're playing this game at your own pace, flying from A to B really isn't a problem because it's just so much fun. But in the streams, I just kind of don't want to waste time. And spending, you know, 2 minutes flying, say.
Oh,
here's
a pleasant surprise.
Isn't the most productive use of my time. I'm doing this now quickly because this Merlin trial will give us 4 more inventory slots. And I also remember where the answer is. Wingardium Leviosa. I don't know why he doesn't always do it, it's really annoying.
That Pippin should have been here by now.
That Pippin should have known better! Fine, I'll do it myself. I don't know why he doesn't always Wingardium Leviosa. And we're in the town to turn in a side quest that I accidentally took. So we'll go turn in the quest. Well, half turn her in. We have to go back to Pippin to completely turn her in, but we can at least do this part. And get over here. There we go.
What's that?
Yes, that's only the second one of these that we've done in the whole playthrough. But it's fine. Because now, if we go here, exploration, got that, and we got that. So if we go gear, 24 slots now. Still not great, but it's definitely better than 20. Just about.
That Pippin should have been here by now.
Madam Luang, I have a delivery from J. Pippin's Potions.
Sent a child to do his work for him, did he? Always cutting corners and taking the easy way out. Did he have you brew them for him as well? Doesn't matter. You could probably do it better than he can anyway.
She kinda sounds Welsh, but kinda doesn't sound Welsh. Here are the potions.
Here are the potions you requested.
You think it's so simple? I know Pippin is always trying to cheat his customers. Cutting corners to save some galleons for himself at the expense of quality. You'll not be getting a canut out of me until you prove the potion works. Drink it.
Fine.
Seems simple enough. I'll do it.
I should think so.
Yeah, but I've only got 3 on me, so if she complains that I no longer have 3 for her, I'm gonna go mad. I can't talk to her.
Revelio.
Right, it won't let me talk to her. I'm gonna fucking beat her with a spoon now. Right, fuck off then. Pop goes the weasel. No.
Will we finally be safe since we rescued the dragon from Hauntel Hall?
Yeah, so I'll do this one now. I'll at least start the other assignment, which was to plant and acquire whatever it was.
Lumos.
No, not Lumos. The exact opposite of Lumos. I want to be less visible, not more noticeable. Alright, what we got here? Giant toad. Any giant toads are shiny? Or is it just the 4 toads about?
Revelio.
If it's just the 4, I'm gonna get one of the boy toads because they have like a rooster quiff thing on their head. I believe it's the boys that have the little quiff thing on their head anyway. Yeah, so look. Levioso! In ya come, boyo.
Assignment's all finished.
There we go. Right, so, but before we turn that in, which was the one? Pop balloons, grow and harvest and acquire, yeah. Right. But before we do that, I need to go back here, because if I can turn in that quest to the woman, or at least talk to her, I can buy the things I need of her maybe. Because I need all 3 of the combat items. Which is the mandrake, the Chinese cabbage, and the other one. I forgot what it was called. Right, I can't talk to her now, which I think is a direct result of only having 2 invisibility potions. Venomous Tentacula. So I'm a bit pissed off about that, because I had all the ones I needed. So we're gonna come here just so I can buy an invisibility potion. Waste my good money, my galleons.
Sometimes it seems all roads lead to Hogsmeade.
Welcome. Do let me know if I can be of any assistance at all. A wise decision. Thank you.
I don't think I can get my money back. Unless... Well, you're worse. You're equal. You're not worth my time. Yeah, so yeah, definitely got my money back.
I hope to see you again. Farewell for now.
Yeah, take care, Pippin, old boy. And we want to go... Hogsmeade supplier, fresh produce. Magical flora. Yeah, must be that one. What's this? Spot removal. A Hufflepuff near... Yeah, so I'm going to try and stick to my rule of not completing quests when I'm not streaming. But I might do some assignments while not streaming. Because it'll be a lot easier if I just get all the spells. But I won't learn them until the stream. But I might just complete the assignments. Because as I say, if I do a bit of Atomic Heart tomorrow, it's obviously going to put me behind schedule. But I might just complete the assignments, then we can start off the stream on Wednesday by just gaining like 4 new spells or however many I have available at the time.
Me? Might I ask a favor?
No.
Well, what say we show you some of what's available?
Oh, she hasn't got the mandrakes. God damn it. Alright.
Oh, I'm always thrilled when a young one makes a wise purchase. I can tell you'll go far.
God damn it. Alright, I'm gonna see if I can complete this. And if I can't, I'm just going to, like I say, do these off camera. Because I'm gonna have to plant and harvest a mandrake now. I do have the other room, don't I? Yeah, I do. Right, let's go down here. Oh, I can't make any of the larger potting tables. Okay, let's have a look. Oh yeah, okay. I only need a mandrake anyway. So we're going for the botanical ones here. So let's just get another one of these. Can we? No. Oh, that's why. Hey, just let me chuck it in by there. Come on now. Alright, chuck you by there. Get off that. We're done. Move. You'll do fine by there. Okay. Alright, you're by there. Can I get you to at least shimmy a smidge? If I do that and come back. Oh, it's further away now. Yeah, I believe that's in the exact same spot, just to be clear. Press and hold to disable snapping. Ah, there we go. I've done that multiple times, just to be clear. I've tried disabling snapping and it never seems to work for me. So we want to do flux weed. Oh, we haven't got the actual thing we need for it. Let's just do Professor Weasley's one. Collect field guide pages. Alright, this one's just collecting field guide pages. Okay. Underground Harbour. We'll just run.
I've been studying Salazar Slytherin's spellbook. Meet me in the Undercroft.
So yeah, I have now in this moment decided I am going to complete the assignments out off the stream, probably tomorrow. Except I won't turn in the quests, so you can at least hear the. Well, you have. I can't turn them in because you'll miss the spell being learned. But I'm just going to complete the assignments, and then if I get new ones, I'll complete them on stream if the spell is worth my time. Otherwise, I'll just leave them. But I think at some point all the spells are required. Also, I just realized I forgot to chuck the beasts away. Let's go there. Oh yeah. It's by there. Started flying at the worst possible time. In the elevator we go. Going down. Or not going anywhere at all, as it turns out.
So this is the underground harbour.
Revelio.
The Grey Lady. I'd say hello, but she doesn't seem particularly social.
Oh, I didn't realise I was the Grey Lady, but there. Let's grab you. Underground harbour, located deep beneath the viaduct courtyard in the landing, is the landing for boats delivering first-year students across the Black Lake to Hogwarts. Love it. It's a shame we don't get that scene in this game. Oh. Oops. I'm sure they could have done something. Maybe make it so well, no, it wouldn't work from the story that this game is made. But they could have done like a montage or something. Like with a character where you see the first year where they come by boat, and then you get the second year where they come by, well, probably every other year where they come by Hogwarts. No, there was carriage, Thestral carriage for one of the years. Now, the way you arrived at school for this game is actually really cool. Being attacked by a dragon while in a flying carriage was pretty badass. Just would have been nice to have the boat scene. But then I guess for in the developers' minds, it's, well, you already had that scene when you when you watched the movie. So you don't need that scene again. We can just give you something uniquely original for this game. Oh, I remember this part. Wrong bit.
That book Professor Weasley asked me to find should be around here somewhere.
Looking for the book Intermediate Transfiguration.
Professor Weasley asked me to, get something from that book. May I have it?
Did she now?
Answer me these questions free.
By answering a few questions from my quiz.
I don't recall if it's actually free questions, to be honest.
Some people call bits of knowledge trivia. I would argue that no knowledge is trivial. Hence,
Nerd.
I have created
typical
a small quiz
Ravenclaw.
just for fun, focusing mainly on the lore of the wizarding world. None of the other students will try it, no matter how many times I ask. They all say they have enough with schoolwork. Ugh, they don't value knowledge the way I do. Surely you're interested. I'll even start you off with a few of my easiest questions.
If I must.
If that's the only way I can convince you to give me that book, then let's get it over with.
Splendid! Just a few questions, and then I'll hand over this book. Let us
Good.
begin. Before
Alright.
the invention of the golden snitch, which magical creature was used in a game of Quidditch?
The golden snidget, of course.
The golden snidget.
Just to be clear, I know the answers because I've done this quiz once, but I got all the questions right when I did it the first time.
Bragg. Sadly, they're thought to be extinct. Next question.
Next
Which
question.
potion is commonly referred to as liquid luck?
Felix Felicis.
Felix Felicis.
Well done.
Use it
Since it
well.
makes the drinker temporarily lucky, Felix Felicis is a banned substance in all organised competitions. The tale of the
Understandable.
three brothers
It's like
involves
super drugs.
which magical artifacts?
The Deathly Hallows.
The Deathly Hallows.
Correct. According to Beedle the Bard, the Deathly Hallows consists of the Elder Wand, the Resurrection Stone, and the Cloak of Invisibility. Which ball in Quidditch is the largest?
The Quaffle.
The Quaffle.
That's right. When a chaser throws the quaffle through one of 3 hoops in a Quidditch match, their team is awarded 10 points. True or false? Polyjuice potion allows the drinker to change species.
False.
False.
I had to think about this one for a
While
moment because
Polyjuice potion
technically
can be
Hermione
used to
turned
change
herself
things
into a
such as
cat,
age or race,
but it
it
wasn't
cannot be used
supposed
to
to,
change
and like
species.
it wasn't a proper
Well,
transformation.
I
It
suppose this has
was
gone on long enough.
turned
I'll put
into
the
a
book back on the
cat
pedestal now.
woman.
If you're inclined to test your knowledge again, I have plenty more questions I could ask you. And I won't be giving you any more easy questions either. The next ones will be more difficult.
Yeah, not now.
I'm sorry. I don't have time for a quiz at the moment.
Let me know
I
if
haven't
you
done
change
any
your
more of your
mind.
questions, so I might have to talk to her, see how difficult they are, because I imagine there'll be loads I haven't got a clue. Like, you know,
These tasks
what the
are
answers
complete.
are.
I should attend Transfiguration.
Get over here, you little punk. Oh, we leveled up. Cool. Yeah, we will attend Transfiguration now. Because when I did this, because she said she'll evaluate your progress, and I had a very good review from her. But there is one thing I want to quickly do before we talk to her, just to see if she mentions it. So I can't, like, she referenced something that I did, which I won't say what it was because we haven't come across it in any meaningful way. I don't recall anyway. I don't think we have. So I don't want to mention it just in case you consider it a spoiler. Can I get more than 4? No. Brush my girl here. Yeah. Also, I do love how all the creatures... Oh my god! I'll give it a bit of food. And we got a Thestral hair, 3 of them. Right. I'm not going to do Deke's mission, but I will talk to him just in case it does what I hope it does. Hello, Deke. Professor Weasley said you wanted to tell me more about the loom. Ah.
Hello, Deke. Professor Weasley said you wanted to tell me more about the loom.
Ah, hello. Yes, about that, Deke has had a thought. He...
Yes, it is doing what I hoped it would. More space for more beasties. Hello, beastie.
Seems the room thinks you need more space for your beasts. As Deke was saying, he's had a thought. Now, Deke knows how you can test the item of clothing that you enhanced in the enchanted loom. And perhaps help an old friend in the process.
What do you mean?
A house elf named Tobbs works for his master retrieving leech juice in a cave near Hogwarts. Tobbs' master doesn't let him leave the cave. And Deke knows the cave is infested with spiders.
That sounds awful.
It is. Deke hasn't heard from his friend for a while now. As the item you wove in the loom has an enchantment that might be useful, Deke thought you could test it whilst checking on Tobbs.
If it helps me, I suppose I could check on Tobbs.
Well, I suppose if looking for Tobbs also allows me to test my enchanted clothing, then I can do it.
Oh, thank you. Please let Deke know what you learn about Deke's old friend.
I didn't want to, like, I know that's technically not a bad answer, but it's not particularly nice either. And I don't like being mean to Deke. Alright, we'll check our hippogriff. Both hippogriffs in here. We'll check the toad. And have I got any shinies? No. We will check the Deary Cowl in here. There you go. Yeah, so basically, Professor Weasley commented on something I put in... Actually, let's just click here, see if it's in my... See if it's here. If it's here, I'll mention it. If it's not, then I won't. No, it's not. So, basically, one of these three creatures, Professor Weasley commented on me having rescued and put in my vivarium by this point in the game. Professor Weasley, there we are, I can do that one. No. No. Oh, I've done that one, so I'll do that as well to get Bombarder. Grow and harvest fluxweed. Acquire all 3 combat plants. Oh yeah, better collect my my mandrake before we go. Let's be on our way to Professor Weasley. Not too far. Oh, hello, Peeves. I really do like how they've gone about the ghosts in this game, because they're not intrusive. Oh god, to the player, but it is fun just seeing them interact with the world. Like the Grey Lady just crying in the harbour, Peeves just causing mischief wherever you find him, sliding down stairs, jumping out of statues and scaring students, you know, fucking with them and grabbing stuff and throwing them. You got the woman and the probably cheating husband chasing him with an axe. There's 2 guys who are sword fighting. It's loads of cool little stuff like that. I really enjoy just the way how they don't interrupt what you're doing.
Professor Weasley transfigured the book with all her test
Hello,
answers
Gareth.
into an owl to stop
So,
students from
has your aunt
cheating.
been taking it a bit easier on you lately?
Unfortunately, no. In fact, a few days ago, she gave me a detention.
Oh no!
I was only testing a new recipe in a mostly empty classroom, and the fire was put out quick enough.
A fire, Gareth?
If you're setting things on fire, then perhaps you ought to rethink your choices.
That's exactly what Aunt Matilda said. Can't let the doubters sway me. When they taste my latest brew, they'll forget their criticisms and the fires. It'll be bigger than butterbeer. Oh, that gives me an idea. Better write it down. Best of luck to you.
Cheers, Gareth. Madman. Oh. Whoo!
Settle down, settle down. Transfiguration, as you may be weary of hearing me say, is an exact science that can take a lifetime to master.
She might be British.
We needn't be daunted. Almost anything can be transformed if you can just perceive the potential within it. As I see in all of you, tremendous witches and wizards, every one of you. Or it could just be my eyesight. Now,
Yeah, it's
you
definitely
all
my
know what
eyesight,
to
that's
do.
for sure. Hello, Sebastian. What are you doing back there? Alright. I like this spell. Use it well. Oh no, I remember why I was getting the spells. So I could get all the curses. Get the Flipendo and the Arresto Momentum curses. That's why I was doing it. So I will complete the assignments off stream. Because completing certain ones will probably unlock other ones for me. Probably. Is there a book here, or am I dinging something outside the classroom? God knows. Hello, Professor. Let me know. How bad am I doing?
You wanted to discuss my progress so far this term, Professor.
I did. You seem to have had no trouble in getting up to speed.
Oh, good.
And frankly, excelling in your schoolwork this year.
Boom. Despite spending so much time on assignments.
I'm glad to hear it. I'm not certain I needed all the extra assignments.
And I'm certain you would not have been as successful without them. Now, it seems you've been making good use of the opportunities presented by your field guide.
I have.
Of course, the guide isn't the only measure of success. I've heard that you can brew an impressive Edurus potion. Hopefully, you won't need it anytime soon, but it is a valuable potion to have when it
An interesting one to bring up.
Thank you, Professor.
I will say I'm especially impressed with all you've accomplished in light of the rumors of your extracurricular activities. Was your extended conversation with Mr. Ollivander after you'd obtained your wand, or subsequent search of the owlery, connected in any way to Professor Fig?
Yes. Yes, it was.
Professor Fig has encouraged me to explore when I can in an effort to complete my field guide.
I see. I admire your penchant for learning, but do remember that your classwork and field guide are designed to educate you thoroughly. It'll be the end of the year in no time, and you'll want to be well prepared for your OWLs.
Yes,
I'll
Professor.
provide a final assessment at that time to ensure that you're ready for your exams. Until then, well done. You are dismissed.
Oh, there we are. So yeah, so when she mentioned that I can brew an Endurus potion, that's obviously the part that's different. I will swap you two now. Ha! Love it.
Since our visit to Feldcroft, something dawned on me about the triptych. Meet me at the Overlook, just north of the Forbidden Forest, and I'll explain.
Right, if this gives us the Imperious Curse, we'll finish off with this one. No. But that is the story mission. Oh, we've got one by here, which it hasn't shown us. Let's have a look here. Reward, appearance. Aloha Mora 1 and 2 and 3. To be fair, this is. No, we'll just turn this in and get Bombarder before we carry on. There's literally no reason not to.
My plan with the helmet failed, but I have another idea. I think we may be able to find what we need at a goblin mine south of Hogwarts. Meet me there.
I was looking the wrong direction.
Who speaks gobbledygook.
Gobbledygook.
I remember Armit mentioning something about gobbledygook.
Yeah, so we're actually very close to where I am in the story. I'm a main character. Like we'll catch up. I'll probably finish the story before catching up completely, but when you don't do all the side quests and run around like a madman doing side activities, murling things and what have you, it's very easy to catch up. Well, not very easy, but quite easy. Oh, look at that, that's cool. Kind of a little copy of the Fred and George summoning the dragon with the fireworks there, but still cool.
I take it you're ready to learn.
I completed your assignment, Professor. I'm ready to learn Bombarder now.
Good. Now, this spell comes with a caveat. It should only be used when necessary.
Always.
The exploding charm, as you might suspect, can hurt people. Use caution when casting it.
Use it well. Is it an appropriate spell for students?
Is this something we should be learning in school?
Better for you to learn it in school, where we can instruct you properly as to its use. Now,
Fair
you
point.
must be precise in your wand movements. We don't want you blowing your hand off. Go ahead.
That's how Captain Hook was born.
Nice and steady wand movements. Remember, the exploding charm is highly volatile.
Bombarda! Bombardment! Bombardment!
Well done. Now.
So we're gonna chuck it here. Chuck that there. And you go there. So we got me stealth and horse, kind of like my grooming one, which swap the brush and food for the transfigure, well, like for the room customization stuff. Then we got this one by here, which is my interacting with collectibles in the environment, lift the statues, pull the book pieces, light things on fire. Then we got this one, which is combat 2, and then combat 1, which will also be where my unforgivable curses are, as well as my expelliarmus probably. And then here I'll have at least one of every colour, so I can break shields of all
Put
types.
it into practice, shall we? Go ahead. Excellent wand work. Cast the spell just like that every time. Assured
Righto,
and
teacher.
in control.
Righto, teacher. Righto, professor. Right. So there's there's the gobbledygook one. This requires a higher level, but we'll go do this one first. Of course, I can't fast travel there. Hey, we can't travel there though, at least. Right, so we're on 218. So unless this is a mission where we literally just talk to him, we'll finish it here. If there is...
Nice to see you, my young friend.
yeah, so if we just talk to him, we're going to leave it by here. If we... No, if we just talk to him, I'm going to complete an assignment. If we don't just talk to him, and it's actually a mission, we'll leave it by here, after completing the mission. Right, there we are. Took forever to get that out, but that's the plan. Oh, snagged there. God damn, that was a struggle to get those words out.
I thought my owl might
Hi,
pique your
Sebastian.
interest.
Alright, what's...
I came as soon as
what's
I
the
could.
deal? What
I've
are we
been
doing?
so distracted by the scriptorium and Slytherin's book that I'd almost forgotten what it was that struck me about that triptych. This is the view painted on the canvas that was left on it.
That's incredible. You know this area well.
And while I was waiting for you, I scouted around and discovered an abandoned mine nearby, surrounded by Ranrock's loyalists.
Do you think there's a connection to the
I wonder if he'll say
I've no
anything about me
idea,
using the
but
Cruciatus
perhaps they're
curse.
searching it,
The
the way they did
Cruciatus
Brookwood
curse. even.
Castle and Isidora's Manor. How do we want to handle this?
We deal blows.
We need to see what they're doing. I say we take them head on. Let's bury some enemies.
Very well.
And I still have that rune symbol we found on the triptych. If there is a connection, I suspect we'll see that symbol again.
After you.
Right, so it is an actual mission. So yeah, we'll finish up with this one. And again, unless it's a short one, we will just do a little smidge extra. Oh, I remember this. I've walked off the cliff like an idiot trying
I'll
to...
let you lead.
No one enters this mine. Kill anyone who tries.
Ow. I threw a box at the man I turned into a box. Oh, I shouldn't have done that. Ah, cool. Alright, throw a sentinel. When he's trying to charge at me, use Bombarda at him. Okay. While they charge their magic.
You won't get away with that.
Damn it. That probably wasn't it. God damn it! Oh, that wasn't. Yeah, that was it. So the other two times where he hit me too fast weren't even the thing. Hey, how did I get you, punk? Just seen button prompt and couldn't help myself.
Ranrock's loyalists deserve the same fate. Nice work. This is going
Thanks,
well.
my man.
We make a good team.
We do at that.
Once again, we could fight our way through or be discreet.
Okay. Oh yeah, you can't do it for him, can you? Oh, god damn it. There we are. Thank you.
You are patrolling the You will suffer.
Bombarder.
Right, I pressed B. Just kill him. Crucio. Ow. Why did you just fire that at?
And the fun is over.
Fun is a relative term.
It is. And that was relatively fun.
Can you get out of the way, you knob? Ah, here we go. Yeah, these ones give you the I don't know, upgrade things, whatever they call them. Oh, what's that? Oh, it's just a bag, is it? Yeah, oh well.
I should tell you. Rumor is this mine was closed long ago due to an infestation of spiders.
Of course it was. Let's just go.
For better or for worse.
Expelliarmus. Bombarder. Confringo.
This mine looks like a tomb.
It was closed after accidents were reported. Now I see why.
I don't see any goblins in these webs.
Too disgusting for even a spider.
Ow. Oh god. Is that your friend?
I will make you.
I will make you car. Car. There we are. You got your dying wish.
How many of Ranrock's loyalists are in here?
Too many. Definitely think there's something here they want.
Incendio.
Wait, isn't it? Alright, that way. Dittany leaves.
That ledge is awful.
Guardian Leviosa.
I got an idea. Wingardium Leviosa! Looks like a charm. It's interesting to think what they'll do for a sequel. Because surely they've got to build upon what they've done here. Like, first things first, do not,
Could be the
like, you know, strip out a feature in the game and give it to one of the two consoles. Even if it's Xbox doing it this time. Don't do it, it's stupid. If they do it, I'm going to buy the PS5 version of the game because I don't support it. I think it's a stupid thing to do. Like, it ruins the experience for both games. And to be fair, I think if Xbox done it on Hogwarts Legacy 2 and it came out on the same generation, I would begrudgingly have to buy it on Xbox because I have a obsession with having the same series on the same console. That's why I bought Final Fantasy Final Fantasy 7, the Crisis Core one. I can't remember what it's called. Crisis Core Final Fantasy 7 Reunion on PS5. I wanted to get it for Xbox because I prefer playing on Xbox in general, but I got Final Fantasy 7, the PS4, and the integrated version on the PS5 and PS4. So I wanted to keep it all uniform with the same console. So I would be very upset. Which one? That's a shooter. Damn it! Oh, hello. You okay? Yeah. Sorry if you said something. I literally couldn't hear anything. I just noticed the light come on.
Professor Hecat would be proud.
I've lowered the headphones down a bit now so I can hear you better. Yeah. Crucio the bugger.
Still not seen a single rune symbol.
I think we're going to be a bit distracted from runes for a moment. We have another
curious,
fight on our hands.
I'm curious as to how many of these missions with Sebastian are actually story related. Because I didn't think this would have been. There we are. There we are. Turn him into a box and then break him.
Let's get this
In case you're wondering why I keep doing Crucio, you can curse people, and then Crucio with the mastery passes the curse onto other enemies. And when I kill enemies that I've cursed, I gain health back, or I recover health. I had an objective for killing enemies with ancient magic. Yeah. Yeah, okay. I'll be finishing my stream after this mission. It shouldn't be too long. Oh, you can't transform them, can you? Hey, you little punk. Change targets by mistake. Yeah, I know you punk.
We certainly cleared the room.
You're not a bad chap. For a Slytherin.
For a Ravenclaw, you certainly have a lot to learn.
Oh, he actually said something different. I can't remember what he said when I was a Gryffindor, but that he definitely didn't say that.
Revelio.
Confringo.
Right.
Confringo.
Revelio. Ah, there it is.
A rune symbol above the cabin door. Ranrock's loyalists never knew to look for it.
Say it again? I can't tell if she's talking to me. There we go.
What do you have there?
So this is the final area for this quest now.
Hopefully
Sebastian,
it'll help us
I
unravel
think I
more of
found
this
something.
mystery.
A canvas piece.
Brilliant. Our efforts weren't in vain after all. Still,
Not at all.
Something about this place feels odd.
Odd how? Check on Sebastian.
If the triptych led us here to find this bit of canvas, we can probably assume that Isidora Morganach was here.
She seems to have been everywhere.
But if she
I know,
was
right?
using the Undercroft and the cellar beneath her manor in Feldcroft, why would she create this space?
And why hide it behind cryptic rune symbols and ancient magic that no one but you could see?
Isadora and Percival Rackham,
See,
another
I'm the
of
food
keepers, could see traces of ancient magic too.
Rackham? I haven't heard his name before.
Here's some of the memories I've seen. I don't think he and Isadora saw
He's a
eye to
former
eye on
teacher,
how
you
this
should have heard
magic
of him.
should be used.
Well, that's
This
not
is
true. I
all
don't know
rather
former
baffling.
teachers from my schools, I
Let's
suppose.
take the canvas back to the triptych. Perhaps the answers are there. This
Right.
place is odd, to be sure. I'm fascinated by it. Now,
To the Undercroft. Thankfully, we haven't got to run all the way back.
and now for the moment of truth.
Indeed.
It has to fit.
Check it on, son. Oh. Check it on, son.
Please tell me you recognize the location in this bit of canvas.
The good news is I do, in fact.
Ah, splendid.
And the bad news?
We're in for more trouble.
Yay.
I know that coast. Ranrock has taken over a huge mine in the surrounding area. Mornweem has suffered for it. It's as bad as Feldcroft's become. Should we head there now?
We should wait.
Why?
All this time, we've been a step behind Ranrock. I may know someone who could help us get ahead.
Who is that?
They asked me not to say anything.
Someone who knows Ranrock personally. They asked me not to mention their name to anyone.
A goblin? Tell me I'm wrong. You know goblins cursed my sister to shut her up. Said she should be seen and not heard.
I do, but not all goblins are...
Not all goblins what? Have you forgotten Feldcroft? Have you forgotten the mine we just went through?
No, Sebastian, I haven't. You're not listening to me.
Sort of
Why
mine.
would I listen to someone
It's a
so
tomb.
ignorant?
You're not thinking straight.
You don't know what you're saying. Take a breath for a moment.
I'd like to be a bit
I
more
know
like,
precisely what I'm saying.
fuck you, Sebastian. That's what I'd rather say there.
Unbelievable.
Sure, what a racist.
You'll never believe what I've learned.
What did you discover in the spellbook we found in the scriptorium?
Don't think I've forgotten about your goblin friend.
Oh.
I haven't. But I needed to tell you what I've learnt. Salazar Slytherin's spellbook was a little difficult to interpret, but fascinating. Evidently, he encouraged teaching dark magic at Hogwarts. Neither the Imperious Curse nor the Killing Curse was unforgivable during his time. He believed students should be prepared to use dark magic when necessary, not to fear it. That's why we had to use Crucio to gain access to the scriptorium. He didn't want his knowledge shared with anyone who was afraid of the power of dark magic.
Makes sense. I agree. We did what we had to.
It was hard to do, but casting Crucio was our only option.
And I'm glad we did it, because in the spellbook I also found something else. References to a lost relic, which, from what I can tell, grants the holder the power to reverse dark magic curses.
And you think this relic might be able to save Anne?
Precisely. I plan to search for this relic, but I don't think we should tell anyone. Especially Ominous. He wouldn't understand.
No need to argue, ominous. Just won't understand.
I see no reason to involve Ominous.
I'm glad you agree. When I know more, I shall send an owl.
Good man. Which kind of means I shouldn't keep playing this game because you'll
And don't
miss
feel
the
sorry for
owl.
Ominous. Keeping this to
Revelio.
ourselves for now is for his own good.
I'll decide what's for
Oh.
my own good.
Hello, ominous.
We were just about to get some air. Care to join?
You're a liar, Sebastian. I heard everything. You swore you'd never engage in anything to do with dark magic again.
No, I didn't. I said I understood you wanting that. I'd never swear to give up on finding a cure for Anne.
But why do you
You don't
think
know
the
when to
cure is in
stop,
dark
do you?
arts?
I know when not to stop. Leave this alone, Ominous. I'll be on my way.
Oh, what the hell was that? Talk to Ominous after he finishes
I
with
am
Sebastian.
not letting this go.
Ominous, Sebastian meant well.
I know what I heard. You knew I wouldn't agree with this. Going after that relic is not a good idea. Sebastian doesn't even realize it, but he's as irresponsible and reckless now as his parents were years ago. It's why they died.
Idiots. Such a tragic loss.
Poor Anne and Sebastian.
That's why I can't understand Sebastian's recklessness. I've practically lost Anne. I can't lose Sebastian too. Please avoid anything to do with that spellbook.
The spellbook is giving Sebastian. The spellbook is concerning.
Some references Sebastian mentioned in the book do worry me.
I'm glad you understand. I hope Sebastian pursues this no further. But if you think
Yeah, I'm sure he will.
Please let me know.
At least I'm just standing right there. Right. So yeah, if I keep playing now, the message of Sebastian will probably come through, because this is the side quest, so like the side story with Sebastian, not the mainline one. So I'll just have to maybe play it by ear, do a little bit, and if I get the message, load the autosave and quickly save. Hi, I am back. I got quite busy and then I had some food. That is fair enough, but the stream is over now, so you've joined just in time to say goodbye, basically. Thank you for coming back. What's this? Yeah, my Discord being my Super Mario Maker 2 likes. That's awesome. That's very good. It's a lot of likes. But yeah, like I say, I'm going to be jumping off now, so thank you for watching and thank you for coming back. Take care and have a fantastic rest of your day. Bye now. Bye.